right, welcome into Sports Now on East Texas Now. I'm Kyle Owens, and joining us today, say his name and he appears, WWE NXT champion Joe Hendry. Joe, what's going on, man?
Hello, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Pleasure to talk to you. Now, I wanna get started, jump right in. Vengeance Day on Saturday. You had a match against Ricky Saints to defend that NXT championship, and I watched it, and it was a physical battle, and Ricky tried to do some stuff to you there to take that title from you, but you were able to retain. So talk to me about that environment and Vengeance Day in that match against Ricky Saints.
That was like you say, indeed a physical match. I'm still sitting here with the NXT Championship, so life is it's pretty good right now. But as you know, this is extremely physical. What we do is professional wrestling, especially in NXT. It's a wild show from start to finish. If you're able to get along and see it, you absolutely should. At NXT, we've got something for everyone. But yes, Vengeance Day was incredibly physical, but say his name and he appears, still champion.
That's right, and I was singing along too, and I was doing the waves at home, so I was supporting you there. But I want to ask you, obviously coming from Scotland, there's other Scottish wrestlers in WWE: Drew McIntyre, Piper Niven, Alba Fire, Nikki Cross. Those wrestlers that come over from Scotland. You yourself coming over from Scotland. What was that like coming from Scotland to the States and to pursue your dream of professional wrestling?
Well, all the names that you mentioned, we all worked together, back in 2014, 2015, 2016, on the independent scene. And we were all very committed to putting on the best show that we possibly could, entertaining the audience. And we all, for pun intended, we all believed in ourselves. And it was a very special time in Scotland. And I think now you're seeing the fruits of that scene. So I'm delighted that, I'm together with all those names that you mentioned. There was some nice text between myself and Drew. He took a picture at WWE HQ next to, if you're a champion in WWE, you're on the screens at HQ, and Drew was at HQ, and he took a picture with the WWE title in front of the screen where I was with my title. So we didn't get the picture in person, unfortunately, but we got that one. So that was very special. And as someone who's learned a lot from Drew, it's very cool to now be holding the championship that he once held as well.
Yeah, that is neat, and I hate that y'all didn't get to kind of have that moment together, but it is cool that he was thinking of you and thought of that, and to take that picture at
Yeah.
HQ. So that is a neat experience. What was it like growing up in Scotland, and how big of a presence did wrestling have over in Scotland?
Well, when I was a teenager, when I first got into professional wrestling, I didn't know that many people that liked wrestling. So it was very much, I had one friend who I knew that liked wrestling, but other than that, it was very much just like an escape for me. I just watched wrestling constantly. I played the games constantly. It was pretty much what all I did with my time when I was a teenager, and I just decided I'm going to do this one day. But I didn't actually have the courage to do it until I was 24, about to turn 25, and I decided, if I'm going to do this, it really now is the time. And I just believed in myself. I said, as of tomorrow, it was New Year's Eve going into 2013. I says, what, as of tomorrow, you're a professional wrestler. And I don't know why, I had no reason to think this, but in my head, I knew I would be a champion in WWE, and here I am. So it's been an incredible journey. I'm grateful for it. And yeah, we're just getting started.
Yeah, it's been a joy to watch your journey for sure. And I want to ask you about some of the main roster call up time that you've had. You got called up in the Royal Rumble. You appeared there and got eliminated by Roman Reigns, and then you answered Randy Orton's Open Challenge at WrestleMania last year and got to experience that. So talk to me about that, about being able to share the ring with some of those people like Randy Orton and Roman Reigns and people like that. Talk to me about that, about sharing the ring with those guys.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. It's been such a wild couple of years, and that's what I love about, what I do. Say his name and he appears. You never know when and where I'm going to show up, and to be able to show up at the Royal Rumble, to work with Roman Reigns, to show up at WrestleMania, to have a featured singles match and be the surprise opponent for Randy Orton, to show up on John Cena's final show at Saturday night's main event, and now to be here as NXT champion. I'm so delighted with you know, how things have gone early on in my WWE career. I'm grateful for it, and I'm super proud to be NXT champion as well. Like, I'm so proud of the work that we put in at this brand. To me, NXT has something for everyone. You've got, you know, we've got huge stars, we've got unbelievable athletes, and we've got the best women's division in professional wrestling today. And, you know, now's your opportunity to see it. You can get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com, and they start at $25 as well, which for me is the best value in entertainment.
I 100% agree. And you're talking about that NXT live event that's coming to Allen at the end of this month on March 28th. And I want to ask you about that too, the live events from the televised events. I know
Mhm.
there's a difference in those. Are you a fan of one more than the other? Or what's the biggest difference from the televised events and then the live house show events?
Well, I think, look, there's lots of different way. This is what I love about wrestling. You can express yourself in so many different ways. You have television matches. We've got, like you say, we've got these live events. We've got PLEs. There are so many different ways that you can showcase yourself here in WWE. And I think what's special about the live events is that gives us a little bit of an opportunity to take a little bit more time to entertain the fans and to have fun. And we're really having fun with the audience. That's where it's like a different kind of pressure. We're having fun with the audience. So I think it's going to be a really fun night.
And Allen, Texas, like I mentioned, Texas known for the barbecue here in the great state of Texas. So, have you had some Texas barbecue before? And if you haven't, do you plan on getting some when you come to Allen later this month?
So do you know what? I'm going to go with your recommendation. You tell me it's got to be macro friendly. We got to go high on the protein. We got to watch the carbs a little bit. But you tell me, what am I going to
Oh,
have when I come to Allen, Texas?
oh man, you put me on the spot. There's such great barbecue places. I don't want to really put one above the other because I don't want to mess anything around. But I'll tell you this: if you
Make a
just
choice. You got to. You have to.
I have, well, I'm drawing a blank, honestly. Now, I'm thinking I was just in San Antonio and they had Bill Miller's barbecue down there. And so they had some
Right.
really good barbecue down there. I think
But
it's,
we're not talking about San Antonio. We're talking about Allen, Texas. Come on. What
I
we
know.
picking?
I know. I think it's Hutchins Barbecue. We're Googling it right now. I believe that's so you got Big Ray's Barbecue,
Big.
Rudy's Barbecue, Vaqueros Texas Barbecue. There's plenty of options, Joe. You'll have plenty of
All
options
right.
for
You know
barbecue.
what? I'm going to throw it out there into the universe. We're going to manifest this. One of those restaurants that you mentioned is going to hear this. They're
Yes.
going to reach out to me and they're going to let me know what's going to go down after the show and where we're going to go and eat afterwards.
There,
So there you go.
there you go. That's what I love to hear. And then I'm thinking I may just have to make a trip up to Allen myself. So if I see you, Joe, then I'll take you out myself. It'll be on me. The
Okay.
treat's on
Right.
me. All
Okay.
right.
Right.
Hey,
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll take two. I'll take two steaks. I'll take brisket. Give me the whole
yeah,
menu.
yeah. Maybe that was a bad idea because you got to eat a lot more than I do to
Yeah,
keep up.
we got to get the protein in, man.
That's right. That's right. Hey, Joe. Last thing I want to ask you, then I'll let you get out of here. Shawn Michaels, obviously a legend in WWE, and he is now kind of leading things down at NXT. How is it working with Shawn Michaels, and what's your relationship with Shawn?
So I think the best thing about working with Shawn Michaels is the standards that he has for wrestling. Like, he's a very strong argument, greatest of all time in the ring. So his standards are so high that you just have to constantly improve to try and meet those standards, get a little bit closer to those standards. And that's what I love about the process here at NXT. Sean has helped me evolve as a performer. And every week I learn something new about, oh, maybe I could have done this way. Maybe I could have done this that way. I mean, how do you not get better if you're in the building with Shawn Michaels every week? And that's what we love doing here at the Performance Center. You know, when I first joined WWE, I was even before I joined WWE. Shawn Michaels said, "Hey, if you want, you can come and train." Even when I was with another company, I was training here at the Performance Center full time to take that opportunity. And I lived in Scotland, and I remember he said, "Hey, do you want to come to classes?" And I said yes. I hadn't even figured out where I was going to live, what I was going to do. But when Shawn Michaels asked if you want to come and train, you go train.
Absolutely. I mean that's absolutely. Talk about San Antonio, Shawn Michaels. There you go. But I got the barbecue for you, Joe. Hurtado
All right.
Barbecue. Hurtado Barbecue. That's where you
Her,
need to go.
her, Okay, Hurtado Barbecue.
Hurtado Barbecue. That is the place to
Hurtado
go in
Barbecue.
Allen, Texas to get some barbecue. So I expect to see you there.
All right. But if one of those other barbecue places wants to cash in and get in touch, go for it. But yeah,
That,
I'm excited about the barbecue. We'll have that after the match, though. I got to, we got to look good before the match. Then we can have the feast after the match.
that's right. All right. One more time, Joe. Let everyone know how they can get tickets and all that for the NXT live event in Allen.
Absolutely, guys. It's very easy, simple. Head along to Ticketmaster.com. Go get your tickets. And like I say, they start at only $25. We're in the Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Come along, check it out. I guarantee if you've never seen professional wrestling live before, this is the time you are going to love it.
Absolutely. And say his name and he will appear. Joe Hendry will be there to wrestle as well. So, Joe, thank you so much for taking time and talking to us today. Best of luck to you the rest of your career. It's a pleasure to watch you and hold on tight to the NXT Championship because I think you got some guys that are coming after it.
Will do. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Joe.